It's far past the time for Black people to wake up to the fact that our collective condition has nothing to do with a silly slave syndrome myth, but is instead the direct result of the white society's unrelenting propaganda campaigns. Many Black people don't want to admit that the white society's propaganda campaigns against us actually works, because to admit it means confronting our own susceptibilities. But until we acknowledge this fact and then develop counter strategies to overcome those propaganda campaigns, our liberation from white oppressions will be impossible. White social engineering scientists and white propagandists thoroughly studied how the human mind works and how to manipulate the group minds of large targeted populations. They then used that gained knowledge to mentally enslave millions of Black people. Those Black people who do not critically think never notice their mental chains. These mentally enslaved Black people are comprised of businessmen, teachers, doctors, military personnel, lawyers, rappers, actors, athletes, laborers, and many other professions. Although they're the ones we are trying to save, because these Black people have been brainwashed to think and behave in ways that serve the system of white supremacy, they are therefore inherently the enemies of those of us that still possesses our correct, proper minds, and that therefore still seeks Black liberation. You have to understand that most of these Black people are not ready to be unplugged from the matrix. Their minds are so mentally enslaved that they literally fight against those of us who tries to free their minds. Many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system of white supremacy that they will fight to protect it. Not all wars are fought on the battlefield. Most are fought in the mind. It's a fact that most Black people must learn in order to emancipate ourselves from white mental slavery. Until we break the monopoly the white oppressors have over our collective minds, liberation is not only impossible, it is in fact unthinkable. That's a quote from Neely Fuller Jr. White governments don't want intelligent, critical thinking Black populations that are able to see the truth of our plight and condition. They instead only want Black populations that are just smart enough to work, pay taxes, fill their sporting arenas, entertain them, and fight within their unjust wars. But Black people that are dumb enough to believe that we made the N-word ours and that using it now ridiculously empowers us. Black people that are also dumb enough to believe that a Bible written by the most ungodliest people we've ever encountered contains the true words of God. Also dumb enough to believe that a Bible brutally beaten into the blood-soaked minds of our enslaved ancestors will now set us free. Also dumb enough to believe that we're being controlled by a silly slave syndrome myth. And also Black people that are dumb enough to believe that the white establishment has moved past its racist proclivity and that it's therefore we that are now our own worst enemies. Our problem is that the ignorant ones have been made overconfident and the intelligent ones have been made self-doubting. Therefore, they remain quiet. This silence among the intelligent ones allows the beliefs held by the ignorant ones to prevail throughout the Black community, mentally enslaving the masses. Black people, it's time to wake up. It's time to stop believing in things that literally insults our own intelligence and open our eyes to our reality. It's time to wake up. One love and peace.